Hi there, this is Rob, and this is the 2-minute overnight overview for Monday. I have some research to discuss today, but first let's look at Friday's odds and this weekend's action. Here's a look at the odds sheet as it stood on Friday afternoon. Indications were definitely mixed. NQ was the only index security that showed much of an edge in either direction, but it was not confirmed by any of the others. Looking just at the average profit factors, you can see that 3 index securities suggested a mild bearish edge, while 5 suggested a mild bullish edge, so there was definitely conflict. Looking at ES, which is what I trade, price action favored the bulls, internals favored the bears, and seasonality leans slightly towards a gap down. In all, odds were almost exactly break even, and SPY odds were also. The Edge Finder did show one compelling bearish study, but overall evidence simply wasn't enough for me to personally take a trade. So as I indicated in the trading discussion room page, I sat out. Let's take a quick look and see how the weekend played out. Futures settled at 1457.75, but then drifted lower throughout the night and into the morning. In the end, ES gapped down a fairly mild 2.75 points. Weaknesses continued so far today, and there appears to be a chance that we could close lower without ever filling the overnight gap. I decided to look back at other times where ES closed at a 50-day high and then left an unfilled gap down the next day. Here are the results since 2000. Just a couple more gaps down than gaps up, but the gaps down have been larger by a profit factor of about 10 to 7. Let's take a look at the profit curve and see how the setups looked over time. Definitely choppy, but if you're considering a long trade tonight, this study could be a minor warning. Often we see a reversion tendency during the overnight, but when the move lower that day is coming from a high level, then there's a high risk of further downside follow-through in the overnight, and that's what we're seeing here. Well, that's all for today. Thanks for listening, and rest easy.